Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Garage Golf Simulator. This is Turbo Talon Golf. My watch is updating, so it won't tell me the date, but yeah, that's right. Watches update now. Isn't that weird? It is the 23rd of January, 2026. It's approximately 4:57 p.m. I just got home from the golf course. I've been playing these Ping I2 Plus irons, and now I'm playing Ping I2 1, 3, and 5 woods. We'll have a video forthcoming on that, and another video, an on-course video, where I only played irons 1 through pitching wedge, which was it'll reveal weaknesses in your game pretty quick. Let's just say that. We should have the chat window open. We'll play a few shitty TikToks, but we're only going to play one round today because I'm running late. But before we do that, guys, I got something in the mail from Flying Fat Kid today, and it is most excellent. I'm a huge fan of the Back to the Future movies, and Flying Fat Kid sent me this head cover. I don't know if you can see it. It says 88 miles an hour, 1.21 gigawatts. What the hell is a gigawatt? And it's got the back of the DeLorean on there. Dude, I really appreciate you. You're a badass. And then we got the flux capacitor here. I've mentioned in more than a few videos that I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. So thank you, sir. He said I had a care package coming, and that's what it was. So, dude, that means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. And I will put it into play. So, yeah. I don't want to get all googly-eyed in here, but dude, I appreciate it. There's not a lot of good people in the world, and you're one of them. And I'm glad we're friends. You rock. That is a badass head cover. You're gonna make me cry, dude. You're gonna make me cry. All right. Thanks, brother. He's in the chat. He's seeing this live. Let's play DLud's course, DLud's League. It's the Reserve South course, and I had to download it so I know that I haven't played this before. It looks like we're playing 6,200 yard tees, Saturday pins, 6-foot gimmies, so not large, not small. Greens are firm, greens are normal, fairways are hard. Elevation's 200 feet, stimps 11, wind is calm, etc., so forth and so on. Something else I would like to cover, and I've been talking to Flying Fat Kid about this through text all day now. I slice pretty bad in the simulator, but I don't slice outside typically. I obviously have a leaky ball or two, and sometimes I just leave the face open, or I come in too steep and I slice a ball. We all do it. But it's nowhere as pronounced as it is here in the simulator. So what I did, and I was talking to Flying Fat Kid about this today, was I was going to intentionally misalign the ProTee VX with the calibration plate here. I was going to intentionally misalign it to see if the slice went away and it stopped telling me I was coming over the top. Lo and behold, this launch monitor can't be misaligned. I tried. It still shows the same thing even when I misalign it by 10 degrees counterclockwise. It still shows the same thing. So that's telling me a couple of things. One, this thing is a extremely high quality, very accurate launch monitor. It won't even let you misalign it. It won't let you cheat. What I'm seeing, I think what I'm seeing in the replay is what's going on in the simulator, just on steroids, right? So I need to fix my swing instead of bitching about the launch monitor. Guys, no matter what I did, I mean, I didn't turn the alignment plate 90 degrees or nothing, don't get me wrong, okay? But I did turn it enough to where I should have been, the launch monitor should have thought I was coming through straight, and it still won't do it. You can see this replay here. It still won't do it. So what the launch monitor is doing is it's showing club path based on your club path in the simulator. It's not something that you can misalign and cheat. And it also tells me that the launch monitor is doing a very accurate job of calculating ball spin. So, guys, I've tried everything I can think of. I've aligned this thing perfectly with lasers. I've tried to cheat and misalign it so that it thought I was coming inside to out. It's just not going to work. It's too accurate. It's too high quality of a launch monitor. But let's play around a golf here. I just got home from the real golf course. We're going to use the same clubs here. I got the Ping 1, 3, and 5 woods. You can see they got the cool little face insert gizmo here. They're actually not too bad. I have lost quite a bit of distance with the 1 wood. I'm not going to lie about that. You've got to really swing the club, and you've got to hit it off the center of the face. And then, of course, we're using the Ping i2 irons here, and I'll pull them out out of my bag as I use them, and if they're not caked in grass. The ground was really hard at the golf course today, so it makes no difference. But let's play around a golf, and now I know I just need to have that back foot back a little, maybe move the ball closer to the center of my stance, but the launch monitor is not the problem. There's probably a lot of you that were out there yelling at the screen while I was talking shit, saying it's not the launch monitor, it's you. Congratulations, you were right. I'm not too big of a man to say it. Let's play some golf. I tried to misalign it, guys. It won't work. It knows what's going on. It's like when you tried to lie to your parents when you were a kid, saying you weren't hanging out with a girl or whatever. They knew. They knew. Guys, I can't get as much ball speed out of these clubs because I don't know why. If I find my driver, okay, so basically this old 1 wood from circa 1990 has got the shaft length of a mini driver. So we're probably not going to get up to the normal club speeds we were with driver, and we're not going to get up to the normal ball speeds. But a 242-yard drive into the fairway is very respectable, and you're not going to hear me griping about it. In fact, I don't even know what I'm going to gripe about anymore because I honestly thought this launch monitor was jacked up. So that's pretty funny. Let's all have a good laugh about it. I just need to learn to golf. That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. This club's probably covered in shit. I use this club a lot. All right, guys, we've got quite a strange little chip shot here. And it died. We're going to take a classic turboed talon bogey here. Putts flat, maybe we can make it. Yeah, Flying Fat Kid said that's cool that it's that accurate. It's deadly accurate. Like what you get for $7,000 out of this launch monitor is unbeatable. I don't see a reason to buy another launch monitor for another few years. I thought I could cheat. It will not let you cheat. This launch monitor is going to make you a better golfer, bar none. Okay, it doesn't fix the fact that your ball's still going to roll over the edge of the hole in GS Pro though. But we're here to have a good time. Guys, I've got tons of shitty TikToks for you. Are my friends already trying to get me to buy more golf clubs? This is pandemonium. All right, let's go ahead and check one out. Guys, anybody in the chat that uses TikTok, I find that, and it might be because of my demographic, that the ratio of female-created TikToks to male-created TikToks is like 10 to 1, 15, 20 to 1. It's absurd. But I don't know if that's because of my demographic. What do we got here? Public service announcement from Audrey Etta. Nonchalant is out in 2026. We now officially expect men to be men again. Open doors, solve problems, bring flowers. We aren't doing cool girl anymore. Bad news, guys. We always were men. We always were doing these things, and we always did want to do these things. But we were receiving messaging from you that you did not want this shit. So I'm going to say one more time. I'm going to say one more time. You guys need to make up your goddamn minds about what you want. Because now nonchalant is out, and you guys expect us to be men again. Open doors, solve problems, bring flowers. We aren't doing cool girl anymore. Guys, figure out what you want to do and do it. Oh, we got old Renee Styled by Survival next, guys. It's always a good one with her. Most whiniest woman I have ever met in my life. Well, I've never met her. Anyway, what do we got in the chat? Flying Fat Kid, I did not see the golf course footage. You say it's free to ProTee owners. Is it available yet? Or is it just something at the PGA Tour show? PGA show? Because I know Joe Legowski's there or was there. I think the Friendly Golfer is there or was there. I don't know when it ended. But I would love to do some fodder from another type of software. And I'm probably just going to bitch about that too. All right, guys. Number 2 is a 165-yard par 3. Nobody's here for the golf. So I'm just going to slap away at this thing with a 6-iron because that's what my caddy's telling me to do down there on the bottom left of the screen, and we're going to have a good time. Okay? That's what we're doing. Okay, that was an over-the-top slapper. If you look at the replay, you will see that that is indeed true. I think it was a little hot, and hopefully we're not OB. I don't know where the 6-iron goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got a lot of irons, guys. Let's not spend too much time reminiscing this shot here. Let's get out of here. It's probably going to hit some stuff on the way out, but we'll get out nonetheless. It didn't hit anything. I'm thankful for that. You guys, I am both pissed off and relieved that it's not something to do with the launch monitor. Some of you guys knew it never was, or you at least pretended you did. But now I just have to become a better golfer. 50-footer. That was not a bad putt. We're putting again. I kind of feel like we're on 11.999999 stimp though. Okay. It's not moving much. Guys, that would have fallen in real life. We're not here to get a score though. We don't score well. Oh, Flying Fat Kid says the golf course is not available until Q2. Was there something that was supposed to be available this quarter? or am I mistaken? And we also know that our club does not hit the distance that our other one does, so we've got to be a little more cognizant of that. This simulator is for shitty golf and shitty TikToks. Nothing more, nothing less. Two hundred and something yards, I can't tell. 240. We're at sea level though. It goes a little further here in Utah. 271 is going to be driver off the deck, and these older drivers are a little bit easier to hit off the deck, which is nice. The whipping on these is nice. Got them for a song. They're not perfect, but they're, what, 35 years old? That was two pretty stout shots. Is this a par 5? Okay, it is. Flying Fat Kid says the Caddie's like a drunk uncle stuck in the 80s. Yeah, I agree. And when you combine that with some of these game improvement irons that'll have the occasional hot shot, things get difficult. We'll just say that. Things get difficult. 33. That's going to be short. Roll out, roll out. Okay, we know that the putt is going to leak left because that's the way it was rolling toward the cup, and it certainly is doing that. Flying Fat Kid says 253 off the deck. Yeah, dude, this older tech is interesting. We'll just say that. And there's some places that I feel like it hasn't changed that much. Like you can rock this 3-wood sometimes further than the driver, and that's also the case with modern stuff too that I've found. So it's kind of strange. All right, guys, we barely made that putt for birdie, but I think we needed it. We're still 2 over par. Hey, how you doing for golf's sake? Yeah, I'm playing the i2 woods and irons now. I did find a Yamaha persimmon that I got coming in the mail. That cost me about $100. It's a driver, so Yamaha persimmon driver. Looked really good in the pictures, but I'm sure what shows up on the porch will be a completely different story. But I gamed these outside today, and the equipment was not what was holding me back. It was me hitting shitty shots and trying to play winter golf. I can't get as much swing speed and ball speed out of it though. It's like 2.5 inches shorter than a normal driver. Okay. 332 yards. I realize we're moving pretty slow. I think I might be getting sick. My buddy Keith at work, he's on my team. He got sick and he was at home yesterday and today, so hopefully I'm not getting sick, but if you don't see me for a couple of days, just know that's where I am. And I've got 2 on-course videos that are going to release here maybe this weekend with vintage tech in them. And it's honestly not the tech. Like I said, it's not the tech kicking my ass. It's that I need to learn how to golf. That was thick. Uh-oh. Yeah, guys, this is going to be a fun one. We're uphill 13 degrees, so we've got to calculate that into what club we decide to hit. And we've got to go 122 raw. So the ball's going to go really high up in the air. Let me try my 8-iron here, and let's just see where we are when the dust settles. Assuming it doesn't hit the side of the bunker, which it shouldn't, because you'd be swinging like this. But I don't know if GS Pro knows that. Here we go. That was not a bad shot, believe it or not. We play bogey golf. That's what we play. Not really too much else to say about it, right? Yeah, Flying Fat Kid says winter golf's tough when you're bundled up. I was dressed like this with a baseball cap on, my Titleist cap on. I am always permanently wearing a fat suit so I don't get as cold as my buddies do. These greens are not behaving like normal greens. 13-footer. You guys, I do got to say that GS Pro's given us 2 putts today we would not normally have drained, but it took the one away that we would normally have drained. Flushed it out of the bunker. If you guys could only see my actual bunker play, you would know that that's pretty far off the mark. You guys, there's a lot of danger up here. I'm guessing we're going to end up in a bunker, but we're here for the conversation, not the golf. That wasn't a bad shot, unless it rolls into the bunker. Like, I don't hate that. I wish we were playing soft greens. That was the Ping I2 1-iron. Excuse me, 1 wood. Can you see it? They're pretty cool, and they honestly don't feel that different than a modern metal wood, in my opinion. They sound different. Oh, hell yeah. We needed that. Your boy might be getting sick. Yeah, for golf's sake. Okay, let me address something that Flying Fat Kid just said. He says, I really think they tweaked the first bounce when chipping. I agree wholeheartedly with you, sir. Something is different. Something is different on the green. And for golf's sake, says he loves playing the old woods, not actually much shorter than modern clubs. No, guys, I don't think they're that much different. I think the golf industry, the golf club industry wants us to think they are, but you see these tests from like Rick Shields and some of these other guys. They all kind of come to the conclusion that the golf tech hasn't really changed that much in the last 40 years. Hey, thanks, sir. You guys, let's check out another TikTok. I know this is not some people's favorite part of the video, but I find it to be excellent, excellent fodder. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know that I can't stand this gal. Her name's Renee, and she's got a couple of different accounts. But her TikToks are always the same. It's the same shit every time. Renee says how bad her ex-husband treated her in every one of these videos, and they're always the same. It's always her looking all glassy-eyed into the shit here. So this one says, what my head sounds like when I hear, I miss daddy. So she's talking about her children, knowing he deliberately chose chaos and selfishness over being a father, seeing their innocence and knowing they deserve the absolute world. So she's just talking shit on her ex-husband or her current to-be ex-husband, and this is all she does. And I'll say the same thing that I say every other time. Renee, quit putting this shit on the internet. Figure out what's going on with your husband or your ex-husband or your baby daddy or whatever, and stop putting this shit on the internet. If you put something on the internet in some way, shape, or form, it is going to live forever. Okay? Instead of telling us about it and getting all these likes and clicks, figure your goddamn life out and stop posting this stuff on social media. For the love of Pete, stop posting this shit on social media. Like, figure the problem out and fix it. Stop posting this shit on social media. I don't care for this gal. I didn't grow up in a household where we talked about our feelings though either, so that could be part of it. Flying Fat Kid says old versus new is neat. Yeah, dude, I'm finding out firsthand. He says that new is more forgiving, but not necessarily better. I'd say I was hitting a little bit. I had a higher green in regulation percentage with my Ping G425s, but I think that might be some growing pain stuff. Old woods will help you hit your modern gear, especially driver. That's exactly what I'm hoping, for golf's sake. For Flying Fat Kid says that old Renee would be great to live with, really encouraging as a spouse. Yeah, I mean, Flying Fat Kid and I have both been married for a lot of years. We can both tell you that broadcasting on social media the problems that you should be fixing behind closed doors is a bad idea. And she's just doing it for clicks and likes. For all we know, there are no kids. There is no ex-husband. It's just all for clicks, right? Who knows? That felt really good. I think that might have been right off the insert. And as soon as I get my persimmon, it'll be right off the screws. Dun, dun, dun. He really hit that on the screws. How far did that go? 250 with a 35-year-old driver that I can't even get to 145 mile an hour ball speed. I thought that was a really good shot, but we're going to be stuck behind a tree for the next shot. That's actually a really well planned out hole. Kudos. But I'm smarter than the average bear, and my dumb ass is going to hit driver off the deck behind the tree instead. Smarter than the average bear, boo-boo. You guys remember Yogi the Bear? That was a classic Shelby misstrike, but we're going to be up there. I think we'll be fine. It's got to be a par 5. That was 2 pretty long shots. You guys probably haven't seen anything from Hazel Rocket Golf in a while. I don't want to get too much into his personal business, but I did check in with him on Discord, like I'm sure a few of you have. I think we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming in not too long, but he told me he was fine. He was just I'm not gonna put his shit out on blast, but he'll be back. If you guys noticed, he hasn't renewed his league. Either that or he has and he kicked me out. But I haven't seen, he hasn't renewed his league and he hasn't put anything out in 4 or 5 days. What the hell was that? Guys, I don't honestly know what just happened. I must have had a yardage in my head and then hit a different yardage. Shit happens. Doesn't happen outside, but it does happen in here. Stay in the circle. Okay, I think we saved par there. Yeah, for golf's sake, I'm seeing less spin in my launch monitor software. I would kind of compare it to a mini driver with the shaft length and everything. Way smaller face though. I'm actually glad that I can even hit the SOB. All right, we got to go 188 and it's telling me to hit a 3-iron and I don't want to. Let's hit a 5 wood. You guys, those long irons, as you will see when I get my video edited, those long irons are brutal, but if you're able to hit them nice and get some ball compression, they're so awesome. It's that other part though, right? It's that other part. So we're hitting a 5 wood off the deck here on a 188 yard par 3. Would probably hit my Ping G425 4-iron in this situation, but they're not in the bag. Oh, draw. Guys, that was a really good shot. Landed pin high. Looks like we got a nice bounce. I'd complain about that like I usually do, but I just can't. This is a 35-year-old club, and it feels amazing. You guys can get these clubs for a song off of eBay if you really want to have some fun. Experience a little bit of nostalgia. Go get yourself some old pings. I can't speak for any other. That was a horrible bounce, guys. I think we hit fairway before we hit green, which is an ever looming problem. I can't speak for other clubs, TaylorMade or Callaway or any of that stuff from decades ago, but the pings are really nice and they really feel quite good. Did I push it or misread it? That was pretty bad. Yeah, big push. All right, we are on the 8th hole. As my watch finished updating, it has. Oh, okay. I'll have to check out Hazel's video because that 4-camera square looks kind of cool. Now that I know what I know about this launch monitor, I'm never going to replace it until it breaks or is just direly outdated, but that Omni looks really cool. I must not have seen that pop up. The important part is that he's okay and he's going to return to his regularly scheduled programming once he gets done doing what he's doing, right? That felt thick. It should run though. We're playing hard fairways. You guys can't tee up as high with these older woods. You got to use a much shorter tee because the face is smaller, right? So if you teed up as high as you would on a normal driver, these huge drivers we have these days, you would sky every ball you hit. Okay, my caddy's telling me to use a 6-iron. Our drunk uncle's telling us to use a 6-iron here. Think you'd be pretty happy with that outside. Yeah, it was probably mostly rollout. Flying Fat Kid says the Tommy Armo. I never knew how to pronounce that. It looks like Amor or Armor. 845s were really popular. That's really weird you mentioned that, dude. Because I got 2 extra clubs from this gal on eBay to get free shipping. And they're Tommy Armors. 855S with a little nuke symbol on it here. It's a Tommy whatever with a nuke symbol on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then this other Tommy, it just says it's another 3-iron. They were like a few bucks a piece and it got me free shipping. And I don't know if they're just regular 3-irons or if they're tried to like driving irons, but like I said, I got free shipping. I couldn't resist. All right, guys, this is a 48-foot putt, down 4 inches, so we got to kind of be careful here. We're going to run straight through the back of the gimme circle. What did I do there? That didn't feel true. No, it was pretty good. Okay, so the 845s were the I2's main competition at the time. I actually like hearing that. That being said, let's hit this one here with the like nuke symbol on it. We'll tee it up and hit this 3-iron with the little nuke symbol on it. And we'll see how bad it is. That wasn't straight off the face, but I would say this is probably not a driving iron. This is just a standard 3-iron out of a set of irons. We did go 204 though. It felt okay, but it wasn't off the face. It was toey. Good shot though. We got 141 into the pin. My caddy's telling me to hit a 7. Flying Fat Kid says he thinks it would be cool to have a caddy mode where they tell you how to play the shot, where to land, true club to hit, just like a pro caddy. Dude, that would be like dream scenario. That would be awesome. Like, hey, you're going to want to play this shot. You're going to want to, because the green is firm and you're going downhill, you're going to want to land at like 15 to 20 yards short. That would be so cool. I agree, dude. GS Pro is GS Pro. I think they're too busy fixing fonts and putting new tiles on the splash screen to do anything like that, honestly. That's going to be ugly, boys. See, I was talking shit and GS Pro says thou shalt not talk shit. My bad. That's my bad. Guys, these greens say they're 11 stimp. They're like 11.9 stimp. There's your Shelbyism. What hole are we on? Let's watch another shitty TikTok. We don't watch them. We look at the screen capture. Guys, I don't like any of these. I don't subscribe to any of these channels. Nothing of the sort. All right, this gal does a lot of TikToks. Her name's Stephanie. She's healing from betrayal. Stephanie, we're all healing from betrayal. Your struggle's not unique. But let's see what this gal with her Kool-Aid dyed hair says. She's making a stupid face. She says, if she met my needs, I wouldn't have cheated. Well, if you met her needs, she'd actually want to touch you. Guys, this is nothing you need to say about somebody you care about on the internet. It might be clickbait, it might be rage bait. But her caption says you don't get to emotionally abandon your wife all day and then expect something. You guys, I will tell you from 25 years of very happy marriage, relationships do work. They also do take effort. I really just like figure out what's going on and stop posting your personal life on TikTok. Figure out what's going on with your husband or your ex or whatever and fix it. Like, I want so bad to make fun of this girl, but she's clearly mentally handicapped. And I'm not feeling as spicy as I normally do. I'm not going to call her a twat waffle or a bimbo. I'm just going to say, Stephanie, or whatever your name is, figure your life out and stop posting the shit on Facebook or wherever we are, TikTok. Like, once it's up here, it'll never go away. Kind of like those adult film actresses that want their shit taken down after they retire and find Jesus. It's like that stuff will never be gone. I'm afraid that that's going to roll into the water. Okay, we're okay. We're playing firm fairways. You can see I'm a lot more accurate with this club than I am with my big boy driver. It's got a shorter shaft and it's got a smaller face. That you have to be more accurate with it. 164's a 5 iron. And I'm kind of weary of this shot, but we're on a par 4. Let's see if I can roll it up here. So that's another thing I wish GS Pro would not do, is like the distance. I don't want to hit to the pin because my ball's going to roll, especially with a medium to long iron. I don't want to hit to the pin. So now I'm wondering if I should grab a 6 and let it roll up. Let's do that instead. GS Pro's just like, it's software that fulfills a need. It doesn't do it particularly well, it just does it. So let's see if I'm way short or if I'm up there, assuming this shot is pure. All right, guys, if we'd have hit the 5 iron, we'd have been God knows where. So I've been using this software for almost 2 years, and I'm just starting to notice some of these little nuances. That ball would have been in the water. So I get it. Like my GPS watch tells me distance to the front, middle, and back of the green. I get it. The pin position changes. I get it. I get it. It could be a little more intuitive, though. If you had a caddy walking the course with you, he's obviously going to tell you the distance to the pin, but he's going to say you don't want to hit to the pin unless you're hitting like something that goes 100 feet in the air and comes down and stops and checks. He's going to tell you here's the distance to the pin, but you don't want to hit that distance. Right? I'm sorry, guys. I have not been paying attention to the chat. Flying Fat Kid says he does like the new beta layout. Yes, after they fixed all the other bullshit. I agree. I'm using it and I don't have any problems with it. For golf's sake says overall you're hitting those I2 irons and woods really well. The score looks no different than when you play your modern clubs. Awesome work. Thank you, sir. I wouldn't have bought any of this stuff if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't have known how to polish up the irons, so I really do appreciate you. And then Flying Fat Kid says, would you say it's more like a mini driver? Yeah, the one is definitely more like a mini driver. Shaft length, size of the head. But even this thing is smaller than my burner mini driver head. So it's not bad. So we want to hit a 4-iron to the pin. And now we know we need to basically club. We need to club down or club up or whatever it would be, because we know we're going to overshoot the pin, because GS Pro's given us the distance to the pin. What club would I hit to land the ball in the hole, right? Which we know is not going to happen. That didn't feel pure. We'll see where it lands. Yeah. Okay, so now we know that GS Pro doesn't account for elevation, it doesn't account for wind, and it doesn't account for, it's basically telling you how to get to the cup as the crow flies, raw data. If you guys weren't already tracking that, I'm sure some of you guys were. There you go. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. 45-footer. I think we saved par there. Hey, for golf's sake, I am looking for an old Ping answer. I found one at a decent price, but there was a big nick in the face, and so I didn't buy it. Steven's in the chat. He says, "Friend Turbo, GS Pro is $250 a year. What you want might cost a couple of $1,000 per year." Steven, you're not wrong. Plain and simple, you're not wrong. Maybe we do want too much, but I expect for $250 a year a polished product, a highly polished, highly functional product. If this was a one-time purchase of $250 and maybe you paid a few bucks for every course or something, that'd be fine. But this is $250 a year. So some of these guys that have been on GS Pro for years and years and years, they're well over $1,000 money sunk. And then for golf's sake says Minimap gives distance to the front of the green. I've noticed sometimes it does. Maybe it's just because I'm on the tee. It's not showing me any data from the like distance to the bunkers or anything. Sometimes it does though. Let's see if once we're on the fairway, well, I'm not going to say we're going to be on the fairway. Once we are off the tee, see if it shows us some of that data. Not a bad shot. I wish it was on the left side of the bunker, but this is a good shot. Okay. All right, so we got 48 to the front of the green. For golf's sake, as usual, is correct. However, I do remember it showing a little more data than this. So maybe I pushed a button that made the data go away or something, like a keyboard shortcut. 63 yards to the pin, 48 to the front. If we split the difference there, 48, 15. So I want to hit like 55-ish yards here. Okay, Flying Fat Kid says he has to check a box. He had to check a box to get the data back. I'll have to check that out, good sir. That might be our number. No. 53 carry. So we lost a few yards of carry between the launch monitor and the software, but this is a birdie look, double break, maybe a triple break. I'm just going to hit like a 24-foot putt, and maybe it'll go in the hole. I believe I pushed that putt. Oh yeah, pushed the shit out of it. Pushed it shit in. Let's finish this hole and then look at another awesome TikTok. It's a little bit easier to get this ping one wood on the fairway, I will admit. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, son of a bitch. You guys, I was hoping that was going to skateboard ramp out of the bunker, but we've got some work to do now. 140 out of a bunker. We're 11 degrees up. Thinking, let's hit an 8-iron, and it's going to go sky high. Oh, that was one club away from being a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shot onto the green, but we'll take it. Hey, see you, Flying Fat Kid. Guys, if you're just joining, Flying Fat Kid sent me this cool Back to the Future head cover. 88 miles an hour, 1.21 gigawatts. There we go. Now you can see it. I really appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for the care package. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. All right, guys, we are shooting ourselves in the foot with a small caliber weapon here. This is for par. We might be able to get it in the hole. Thank you for golf's sake. I appreciate you, sir. What are we doing here? +2. You guys, this golf's a lot easier when you can keep a ball on a fairway. All right, we got 141 yards to the pin. We got a bit of a headwind. What I do here is, I'm not sure. Let's hit a 7-iron. And let's maybe take that bunker out of play. I don't even want anything to do with it. Oh, it's going to go into the other bunker now, though, unfortunately. All right, we'll try to get out of here. We're getting a lot of chances to hit bunker shots. So this bunker is super tall, guys. 8 feet. So 2 feet taller than I am. This is how tall that bunker berm is. So if you were really in this bunker in real life, you would really have to hit a nice floppy shot here. Kind of like that, but not as far. For golf's sake, says Back to the Future movies are awesome. I agree. Flying Fat Kid probably sent it because I talk about those movies so much. I love them. I love the way they were done. I love the way they tie together with one another. All right, guys, you got to hit the ball hard enough if you ever want to put a ball in a cup. I believe the phrase is never up, never in. Let's look at another TikTok. Okay, we're deleting old Kool-Aid packet hair here. Oh boy, this one will be fun. All right, this is from XX Pretty Eyes X. She says, the day a man can step up and show me he's more masculine than I am, period. Grammar is important here, folks. The day a man can step up and show me he's more masculine than I am is the day I will step into my feminine era and fully submit to him. I said what I said. You're a little, like, thin-boned, like, tiny nose. Like, most dudes are probably more masculine than you are. Maybe not the greatest choice of words here. It would be pretty easy for a man to step up and show this gal that he's more masculine than her, I think. That's not even a good TikTok. You guys, I have really good intentions when I'm sitting on the toilet taking a shit looking for these TikToks, but I don't take any notes on what I think I'm going to say or anything, so it ends up just being a shit show. Unless they're so bad that they kind of, you know, solve themselves. They kind of give me content on their own. But for some tiny little girl with her hair dyed blue and a gallon of makeup on to say, if a dude can show her that he's more masculine than her, she'll start acting like a woman. I don't know, guys. What's in the chat? Yeah, Steven, that TikTok wasn't any good. I think I screen captured that while I was taking a dump this morning before work. And I probably had something like magnificent in my head that I was going to say, but it didn't work. I'm really sorry. If I cared and I wanted to grow my channel at the maximum rate, I would probably take some notes and have some stuff be a little more scripted, but it was a shitty TikTok, right? So I guess we're like doing what we need to do. You guys, these clubs hit a lot straighter. That was the 3 wood from the Ping Eye 2. This bad boy here. Very good shot. We only got a few holes left. I'm running on empty, guys. I think I might be coming down with a cold or the flu or something. I hope I'm not, but yeah, I don't know, Steven. If you can prove that you're more masculine than me and I'm a tiny little girl with dyed hair, maybe she's trying to say that dudes are that feminine. That's high and not far enough, I think. Oh no, that would have almost been in the hole. Decent shot. My bad. That's my bad, dog. All right, I don't know how I keep doing this. We're downhill slightly, not even enough to register an inch. 13-footer. And it looks like we were able to sneak that ball in for a birdie. And we're still 2 over. Can we actually look at the leaderboard here? Nope, it won't work. All right, guys, the 16th hole at the Reserve South course is a 304-yard par 4, so pretty short. You can see that a drive that goes too long may end up in this hazard here. So we're going to definitely want to aim over to the left, even though this Ping Eye 2 1 wood doesn't quite go that far. For golf's sake says Ping I2s has a massive following, so if you put them in your thumbnail pic, text, etc., I may get more views. I do want to grow the channel, but I kind of want it to happen organically. I might modify the title to say something about using some older Ping clubs or something. That's a good idea. Okay, so the thing I was talking about was not too far from happening, but it looks like we were able to find the fairway. 74 yards to the pin. It almost became a self-fulfilling prophecy there, guys. 74 yards to the pin. I don't think that's our number. It might be. Oh, that went too far. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle, guys. I will be a monkey's uncle. That was almost a golf shot. Almost a golf shot. What are we doing here? Probably want to get this ball in the air, right? Oh, it hit fairway before it hit green. And that is going to cost us a bogey, unfortunately. I might be able to make this putt. 15-footer for par. It's playing about 17 feet. I pushed it. God darn it. All right, guys. Just took, what does that put us? 4 up? 3 up? Let's check out another TikTok. I'm trying to do more of them the closer we get to the end of the round. This gal's name is Idra the Be Famous, whatever. She says, I was just thinking it's wild of how many grown-ass men out here asking for princess treatment. Delete. Let's find a good one. Guys, this one. So this girl's in cowboy boots and like Daisy Dukes out on the driving range. Let's get a look at her. This girl is actually a bimbo. And what she's saying is disgusting. She's saying, I might not know how to swing a club, but I do know how to make 6 inches disappear in 3 ways. The 3 ways are her mouth, her reproductive area, and the other area where poop comes out of. This is abso-fucking-lutely disgusting, and I don't know why you would say something like this publicly in a public forum. I don't understand why you would do that. This will be on the internet somewhere forever. She looks like she's young, so maybe she doesn't have any kids yet. But there's some possibility that her son or daughter someday will find this TikTok and say, Mommy, is this you saying something about making a wiener disappear in your mouth and your butthole in your vagina? And she's going to have to be like, yep, that was me. Those were different days. Or I was young and stupid, or whatever it is people say. Guys, don't put shit like this on the internet. Especially stuff like this where girls are acting like they're whatever. I'm over it. Don't do it. Yeah, or a father. I'm sure you like that TikTok, you sick bastard. For golf's sake says she'll regret that one day. Yeah, I mean, this shit, it ain't gonna go away. Mommy, did you used to be a huge slut? As a matter of fact, Mommy was a huge slut. All right, let's see here, guys. We're getting to the end of the round. It's almost time to eat some dinner. Irwin's in the chat. Irwin shot, what'd you shoot today, buddy? 44 on 9. Really great round. Crushing the ball. Guys, there's nothing good over here, so hopefully we're okay. There's a cart path. We might be all right. So we're in the deep rough that also happens to look like dirt. Gotta love this software. You did not shoot an 86, dude. We played 9 holes. You couldn't have shot an 86. We'd have run you out of there before then. Guys, we are on a slight upslope in deep rough. I am just gonna hit, we would need to hit this club like 250 yards to get it where it needs to go. So I'm gonna hit this club, I'm gonna hit driver off the deck out of here, which you never would actually ever do. And we'll see if we can't get up near the green without being in the water. All right? Not a shot you would take in real life. But the simulator only looks for your launch angle, so we might be fine. That might run up near the green. You can see that when you hit a low lofted club out of deep rough, SGPRO penalizes you badly. And it's supposed to, because you would never hit that club out of the rough in real life. Okay, you guys. Irwin's lying. He did really well today. He was one of the guys I was golfing with earlier. He's too proud to say how well he did. 33 yards. That's going to be pretty short. Is what it is. Did that same shit on the golf course probably 15 times today. Okay, we've got a 37-foot putt for par. You're obviously not going to make this shot, so just get it up in the circle and walk away with your bogey. I think that'll bring us to 4 over for the round. 37, 38 feet here. It wants to go in the hole. It will not. Good putt. Okay, guys. We'll look at one more TikTok now and then one after the round's over, and hopefully they are not terrible. Delete. Holy shit, did I get 2 of this same gal? Let's get rid of this gal. She dyes her hair with Kool-Aid. She seems really dumb. You guys, this one's okay. He's got bad grammar. That's the incorrect use of your, but his name's Jay. And he says, you're crying for her and someone else is telling her to lay on her stomach. What is it going to take for you to lock in? So I guess he's talking about somebody's banging his ex-girlfriend and he's been out of shape about her. I think that TikTok made sense to me earlier, but let's see if we can find one that makes sense. Maggie Lynn has some like weird makeup things on her cheek or something. Maybe it's for bags under her eyes. She says, being a girl is hard because I have to explain to a man yet again why I'm drinking hot water every morning, doing drainage massages, and wearing ankle weights 24/7. Oh my God, I'm dumber than I was 5 minutes ago. The only thing I can say here is I'm sure it's not just men that are asking you why you're doing stupid shit like that. Let's see if I got another good one. Nope, I'm sick of these TikToks. You guys, I don't intentionally look for chicks that are talking shit about men. This is my fucking like my legit feed. So either dudes aren't talking as much shit about women, or like 19 out of every 20 TikToks is chicks talking shit on men. So this gal says, this man stays not leaving this house and keeps acting like we're together. This is literally, God, this one's horrible. You guys, I'm sorry. You can unsubscribe if you want to. I deserve it. This guy's running on the treadmill. Aaron King. It says that's someone's daughter. I think we were just talking about that with old Bimbo Face at the driving range. It says, funny you say that because I'm someone's son and I can wholeheartedly say I didn't deserve one bit of what someone's daughter put me through. Guys, it's a team effort. Don't treat people like shit. If you're a woman, don't treat dudes like shit. If you're a dude, don't treat chicks like shit. I'm sorry, that was a lot of shitty TikToks. Let's see if we can get a birdie on this 500-yard par 5 here. That was some terrible TikTokage. But these seem legit to me when I'm on the toilet taking a shit in the morning. So I'm sure I just lost half of the people that were watching. Let's finish out the round here. It's Friday night. It's time to go out to the club and get tipsy. Okay? That's actually drawing. Give me that members bounce, bitch. All right. We still got 260 to the pin. We're probably not going to land driver off the deck over here. Just saying. But let's try it anyway. See you Sunday, buddy. It was fun golfing with you today. See, I scared Erwin away with the shitty TikToks. I'm not sure why that ball came out so far right. I'm guessing I failed to pay attention to the lie. That's all I can really say. Also, if you're looking for something that's super easy to hit driver off the deck with, get one of these old Ping One Woods. Super easy to hit driver off the deck with them. 54. Let's see if we can get near the pin and get a birdie. That will be nowhere near the pin. All right, guys, we might walk out of here with a par. This is the shitty golf you can expect from this simulator. Did we get in there? Yay! All right, so we got some blue, we got some red, we got some Pepto-Bismol. What you care about is that we went 4 over par here. Let's check out stats. Fairways in regulation, higher than normal because I'm using this old club and it's a lot more accurate. It generates a lot less spin. We still did have a 270-yard drive and we were hitting an average of 138 miles an hour of ball speed. We had 5 bogeys, which was incredibly unfortunate, but we did have 9 pars and 3 birdies. And then we did have that 1 double, but we had 0 double pluses. All right, guys, I don't have anything else for you. Let's take one last look at the chat and go back to the GS Pro splash screen. For golf's sake says, nice work. I appreciate you, sir. I'm not even going to do another TikTok because they've been so bad today. I don't know why I screen captured half of these. Some of them were good. Most of them were bad. All right, guys, this has been a Turbo Talon Golf production. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a good weekend. If you go out tonight, don't remove from or contribute to the population. If you find yourself in jail, establish dominance quickly. But try not to do any of those things and just have a good weekend, all right? This is Turbo Talon Golf signing out. We'll see you probably tomorrow for a live stream of some sort. Have a good one, guys.